My heritage, what does it mean?
It is the beginning of your journey.
Time flows like the mist here, always changing. I must stay safe, stay strong. What matters what I feel. This is my story.
She could see in total darkness, as indeed she was scanning the voices.
Soiling there.
A lost soul lingering there.
I see you now. Show me the rest.
Another incomplete story. She crushed the can, stomped on it with her beast foot. A misnomer, for it was wieldy tool but a plinth of stride. Or so they thought. For another, her garb, also cargo of a sort. Fortification of layers, sweaters, floating discards that muted her shape to that of a hunched, tiny monk.
My head burns with forgotten stories. We must find the seer.
Her special eyes burned hotly from the center of that head.
People paid to look at her, and some to touch her. She collected their stories until the accumulated sadness.
And yet, she endured.
A life of continuing, little more, without strategy or goal, because the world in which she moved was not her world.
This is not my world, but the land of the Upworlders and their monsters. But I am strong. I will face them. For the naturals!
This much she did know. Sired of Avo, born of Matilda. They were merely blank names to her now. But she would rise above it all.
Years elapsed. The larger cities beckoned with their anonymity.
Counting years was pointless.
Because the stars she could see at night had no cognizance of time.
Time is not rigid, child. It flows, malleable to perception.
How can that be? Time always moves forward.
Not here. Here it bend to will and need.
I feel its power. The answers you seek are within the ancient tree. I will find them. A lingering feeling more akin to stolen memory.
Between human beings and my own kind, not meant for this planet. The books I labored over brought only conflict and confusion. Is this my crucible?
Jesus, looks like some kind of freak. Holy shit, check out the stump. Circus freak. Still better than fucking a clown. Ha! Watch me kick it. With machismo, bro.
No fucking way.
Brad, you must believe the signs are clear.
She's right. We can't turn back now. No fucking way. No way. Tonight's the night, Brad lad. No fucking way. Tell you what, we'll all take her. Yeah, we got your back, bro. That was how it started. The particulars of the violence were not new or important to note, for in a violent world, it was just one more incident no one would record. All right, a little squeeze to get it going. Okay, fire in the hole!
Whoa, that's a lot of smoke! It's spreading! Run, run!
We got this. Smoldering, not burning. And all three who backed nervously away when the cooking smells first struck them. They fled while she smoldered. The goddamn thing wasn't even human. It was a monster, and they all knew what needed to happen.
It's coming for us! She awoke exposed to the sun, which wreaked damage on her flesh. Her issue died before it could draw its first breath. I knew it would take over a month to heal. My issue died before it could draw its first breath. 6 months later, I rise.
Whirled away, a boy was born with special eyes.
He could see.
In the darkness, I can read every word. This is a gift. But what does it mean?
It defies explanation. A mutation, perhaps.
Mutation is a signpost of our evolution, not a flaw.
But our prejudices blind us to its benefits. We enforce sameness, ignoring the greater good.
Maybe change can bring us together.
A new irritant, a hard black nodule beneath my skin. Am I calcifying, turning to stone for some indescribable sin? I lack a moral compass. What is right, what is wrong? The darkness won't judge me. With this blade, I'm ready. No more fear in these shadows. In these shadows. She retrieved the knife Alavan honed to surgical sharpness. She practiced how to deploy the blade one-handedly. Without knowing why, she had also given it a name.
Perfect timing, the moon's on my side.
1 cheeseburger, please.
Coming right up.
Where did you come from?
Wait! Don't stop! You won't get away this time. I am Jexel. I'm a collector, like you. You are Aurora. How do you know that name? Our fates are intertwined. We must work together.
How can I trust you?
Our fates are bound.
No words could have hit her with more impact.
Who are you?
I am you, as you were meant to be.
This can't be real. Embrace it.
Valorian? This blade? Yes, child, it has chosen you.
But why? What does it mean?
It marks the beginning of your path. I am not going to tell you a human fable. You are not the chosen one, the hidden redeemer, or the secret savior. Our culture has never worked that way. Messiah conceits based on completely unfounded optimism. Aurora, my fellow collector, now redemption is near. Aurora, I have crossed oceans of time to find you. We are collectors, bound by a history of heroes and villains, betrayal and redemption. Very little of it is supernatural. In fact, as in the human world, there are exceptions.
Most of the unique capabilities are defensive, no more unusual than fangs on a serpent or talons on a raptor.
As in the human world, there are exceptions, and those exceptions form the stories that have always threatened us with genocide. Humans themselves, they are silly and trivial, deluded and crazy, filled with hate and hallucination. If their idea of a god actually existed, they did not outnumber us, we could almost pity them. We have learned to ignore speculation until it yields fact. Then what truths have you seen? That we are the ones who come next. A prophecy unfolding. Aurora, we know the difference between fiction and reality.
Jexel, I see the path, but it is clouded.
The tribes of the moon will not judge us. We must act. We know the difference between fiction and reality. We are painful-minded every waking hour. We squandered time with oaths and oracles. Midian was lost. No home is forever. Godless now, we are stronger. The cost of truth. Your aura, too, was quite strong. It repelled most who came near. In that way, it hampered us from finding you. Aurora, you were sheltered. You had no way of knowing what you were broadcasting.
Broadcasting? I don't understand. It was a matter of shield and defend. The streets are not safe.
You cannot approach me, for I am shielded.
Your beauty is a beacon in the shadows.
And your presence is an echo I cannot ignore. Aurora, the city's shadows hide more than you see. And you shield yourself with them, only to protect what must be preserved.
Then show me. Let me see.
The veil between worlds thins. Our choices echo in the shadows. Takes another collector, like myself. Their stories are now part of me. All those stories will forever be at your beck. We are the repository of our kind. We are the repository of the history of our kind. There is no dark library, no musty tomes of forbidden spells. There are only the collectors. Big urban areas where detection is diminished, they could not approach you. It takes another collector, like myself. You have come into contact with others and tasted their stories, drawn to me. This is what you have not been told, Aurora. Our maturation is slow and the dangers are.
I understand, Jexel. I will be careful.
Good. Now you know. Guard this knowledge. This is what you have not been told, because Midian was ripped away from us.
The danger we never share?
The hazardous length of time it takes many of us to mature, fully. Aurora, you are still an adolescent. I know, Jexel, I feel the weight of it. The hazardous length of time it takes us to mature is a gift and a burden. Aurora, the hazardous length of our maturity.
Why does it feel like a burden?
Because power demands time, And you are not yet ready. You, Aurora, are still an adolescent. Your forearms have not yet even sprouted. But there is no way to know you are entering puberty only now. I know 1,000 questions boil. As I said, you are not what bad fiction would call the darling of destiny. What purpose must I serve? Very soon you will discover the breadth. I know 1,000 questions boil within you. But you were born to a place to serve a purpose. What is this purpose? Very soon you will begin to discover the breadth of our scattered family. Very soon now you will begin to discover the breadth of your true abilities. After all, up until now you have existed as little more than a child. I am ready. I have a little saying I made up. Instead of screaming and crying, I prefer creaming and scrying. Creaming and scrying? That's certainly unique. It's a lot more fun, don't you think? I do. I can't believe I actually laughed at that. See? Jexel? Where did you go? I needed you to guide me. Jexel, where did you go? I see now. I must find my own way. She learned the hard lesson that this was not the way of her people. She was not an apprentice. She was not even an adult. Her task was to earn her place in whatever world came after.
In my way.
This world is not the one I knew. Its limits and dangers are unknown to me now. I must find my place here. Become complacent about, if not comfortable with, the mystery she thought of as her fate, which turned out to be another story, one she had made up herself, one that was untrue. The veil parts, and I see my true form emerging. What is this power awakening within me? I must embrace this destiny, whatever it brings. A single claw broke the surface, first on one forearm, then the other. I regarded them dispassionately. At first they resembled dew claws, but slightly hooked. Now I see their otherworldly purpose. First they resembled dew claws, but slightly hooked. She could extend them, make them retract, and they cause no pain. Aurora regarded them dispassionately. They seemed too fragile for defense, but she could extend and retract them. They caused no pain. They were natural, and she deduced their purpose. On first one forearm, then the other. They were natural. They were supposed to be. They cannot hide their stories. Now, in my new skin, I will find them. She already had the stories of Dane, Brad, and Fulton. She knew their lives as a collector. That Brad planned to murder his parents. I know their stories. I know their secrets. Brad's dark desires, Fulton's savage pleasures. In this new skin, tracking them is easy, because I have their stories. She learned her misshapen leg had a purpose. This knowledge and this altered my stride. You'll regret this! It would be like getting hit in the face with a cinder block. This knowledge altered her stride. She could pivot and swing her hammer. It would be like getting hit in the face with a cinder block. Aurora had inherited some other things too. Things she carried inside her, like the stories of a collector. Things she could give back to the ones who attacked her, merely by scratching them with her special new claws. Things she carried inside her, like the stories of a collector, which did not take up space or encumber her in any way. Things she could give back to things with melodic names. Hanta, Lhasa, Wengusi, that seemed almost up like kinship names for siblings she would never have. Things she could give back to the ones who attacked her, merely by scratching them with her special new claws, which would dispense at her will. Things with less melodic names like HIV, bubonic plague, H5N1. A new flame is lit. I am ready to part the veil. The concept of race hatred was harder to shed. More difficult still was the covenant of retribution. A new flame had been lit, and Aurora was ready to party.